Every morning, most of us wake up and do the exact same thing. Stretch, brush your teeth, then you end up grabbing your phone to check social media. And within 30 seconds, you already see something deeply concerning. I'm talking war updates, economic collapse predictions, some billionaire doing shady shit, and some files that end up exposing most of the quote-unquote elite class. Please don't kill me. FBI, open up! Then after hearing all that bad news, your very next video will be a brain rot video of some nigga named Triple T.
Tung 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 sahur.
And somehow our brains go like, yeah, this is totally a normal scrolling experience. Well, welcome to the modern internet where you can see a war break out, laugh at a meme, the horrors of the Epstein files, then someone doing a Arby's mukbang all on the same timeline. That's fucking disgusting. And something you also gotta understand that you can see all of this within the same 60 seconds. And the weirdest part about it, nothing shocks us anymore. You'd think hearing a possible war breaking out would stop people from scrolling for just 1 second. Or you would think a massive scandal would dominate the conversations for weeks. But instead, the internet processes it like this.
Oh, World War III's breaking out? I really don't want to get drafted. Let me scroll up. 6-7! 6-7! Whoa, another celebrity just died? Man, rest in peace, man. I gotta post some of my story. Rest in peace.
Like, what the actual fuck? It's not because people don't care, but it's because we reached the point where our brains can't physically process all the information we're seeing every single day. Because for the first time in human history, an entire generation is being exposed to every bad thing that's happening everywhere and all at the same time. Every scandal, every conflict, every disaster, every "this needs to change" headline. And after this cycle repeats hundreds of times, something strange happens. People stop reacting. Not completely, but enough that the most serious events in the world start blending into the background. Because when everything becomes content, even the most serious things start feeling like just another post. And this might be one of the most dangerous side effects of social media that nobody really talks about. Because the real trap isn't just misinformation. It's being desensitized. And once that starts happening to an entire generation, it changes the way people see the world. Now let's go back a very long time ago. Like pre-smartphone, ancient history, people got their news at a very specific time. Maybe your parents would watch the nightly news, maybe even read a newspaper. What's a newspaper? And maybe they would talk to 1 or 2 neighbors instead of seeing hundreds of thousands of people comment on the same topic online. You would probably hear maybe about 1 or 2 stories, then you went about your day. There was time to actually process things because there was time to actually think about what you just heard. Now you just hear everything all the time. Your phone is basically a 24/7 bad news machine if you really think about it. You open Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, and instantly, breaking news, crisis. And when everything is breaking news or this changes everything headline, your brain starts to think. Does it though? Your brain is basically trying to process everything happening on the planet before lunch and it's failing. No human brain is built for that. And one of the strangest things about the internet is how fast serious news becomes entertainment. And this is what you would call memetic warfare, where serious events solely weaponized into memes. It's used to frame narratives, normalize chaos, and desensitize millions in real time. Exhibit A, Jeffrey Epstein did horrible and unspeakable things to children. Then casually, he's just on your timeline with AI slop dancing to some fucking TikTok video. And after hearing all the negative, horrible news about this person, you would think people would be like, why is this on my timeline? Maybe I should report their creator. I made a video on my TikTok because I seen a creator basically say, Epstein wasn't a monster, just say you wasn't invited. Fucking loser. And this is what the comments had to say.
Looks like someone didn't get invited. Do humans taste good? Unfortunately, we can't defend Epstein anymore after the new files.
Like, what the actual fuck did I just read? The sad thing about it is, at first, people react as humans should. Shocked, confused, angry. Then someone drops a joke. Humor takes over. Someone makes a meme. Then the meme spreads faster than the original story. Algorithms see engagement and they push it to everyone. Instead of critically thinking about the crisis, millions are laughing at the joke about the crisis. Then people end up forgetting about the crisis, forgetting about the outrage, just to move on to the next memeable disaster. Yesterday's tragedy turns into a funny clip or an edgy joke. The internet has trained people to scroll, laugh, forget, and that is how tragedy becomes content. And all of this leads to a problem we rarely talk about: emotional autopilot. Because our brains are overwhelmed by all the memes, headlines, viral clips, and as a result, all the serious events start feeling like background noise. You stop reacting, you stop reflecting, and you scroll past crises like they're memes because in a way, the algorithm has trained you to do so.
So what happens when an entire generation becomes numb to everything? And it's not that I think people don't care about serious issues no more, but I think online attention span is just incredibly short. And attention is basically what determines whether something's important or not. Because on the internet, every issue is competing with entertainment. And let's be honest, your brain would probably want to consume something funny, something that makes you happy, over something that's going to make you think and make you sad. But the result of that is that important stories disappear faster than they used to. Outrage only lasts a few days and the internet resets and the cycle continues. But here's the thing, I think we're numb because we're overwhelmed. We're more exposed to information in 1 week than people used to experience in years. Every tragedy, every crisis, and every scandal all at once. And eventually your brain just turns down the volume. Not because you don't care, because you physically can't care about everything simultaneously. Maybe the real problem isn't that nothing shocks us anymore. Maybe the real problem is everything tries to shock us. When every story, every headline is breaking news, your brain just goes like, is it really?
I see